There's a secluded pond nestled in the woods, just a short walk from my home in Stanton, Vermont. I've been fishing there for as long as I've lived in this area. It's hidden away from any roads or houses, offering perfect privacy, and I would always be the only one out there. I'd leave my canoe in the same spot by the water whenever I wasn't using it, to avoid lugging it back and forth through the dense forest. I always leaned it against a massive oak tree. Its weight and the cover I threw over it kept it safe from windstorms and curious critters. One warm summer evening, I was out on the pond for about an hour. I'd already caught a few trout and tossed them into the cooler. Dusk had settled, with the last light disappearing behind the trees. I was about to head back when I heard a rustling at the edge of the water. I turned and saw someone standing at the shore, tipping a barrel and pouring its contents into the pond. From where I was, it looked like they were dumping something harmful into the water. I shouted, "Hey, what are you doing?" The person looked up and then bolted into the woods, leaving the barrel spilling into the pond. I paddled closer and saw the liquid was dark, almost blood red, but it was too dark to be certain. A chill ran down my spine and I decided it was time to leave. I quickly paddled back to my usual spot, dragged the canoe onto the shore, and covered it. As I was gathering my gear, I heard a single snap, a twig breaking not far behind me. My heart raced. I decided not to call out. Instead, I quickly secured my gear, left the canoe on the ground, and made my way back to the road, glancing over my shoulder the entire time. The walk home felt like an eternity, but I finally reached my house, put my gear in the shed, and locked the door behind me. I tried to shake off the unease as I rinsed the trout and put them in the fridge, opting to eat leftovers for dinner instead. Just as the microwave beeped, there was a knock at my front door. The fear from earlier came rushing back. Who would be knocking this late? My lights were on. My car was in the driveway. Whoever it was knew I was home. They knocked again. I stayed silent, hoping they'd go away. Then a knock came from the window, followed by a man's voice. "Excuse me, I think you saw me at the pond earlier." A loud crash from downstairs jolted me awake. Grabbing my Glock from the closet, I heard slow, deliberate footsteps on the stairs. I stood behind my dresser, aiming at the door. The knob turned and a silhouette appeared. I flicked on the lamp and yelled, "Get on the ground now!" He raised his hands, holding a small blade. "I'm leaving," he said calmly, then turned and fled. I chased him to the front door but didn't fire. He was gone. I locked the door and called 911. When the police arrived, I told them everything and showed them where the man had been dumping the barrel, but we found nothing. The intruder was a short, bearded man with a receding hairline, wearing glasses, a black flannel shirt, and black pants. After the police left, I sat up all night with my gun, too scared to sleep. My brothers came over the next day to help fix the window, and Dale stayed with me for a few nights. My theory? The barrel contained something sinister, perhaps human remains dissolved in acid. Why else would he follow me home and break in? Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is.